Hello everyone, welcome to Sharmit. In this session, we are going to talk about another very important method of using navigate by URL method. Okay, so here we will see how we can send the query parameters with URL. Prior to this session, we talked about the parameters. Like if you want to send us normal parameters, you can send it, right? We discussed that method. But in case if you want to send the query params, then what would be the procedure? That we are going to discuss in this session. But before we proceed further with this session, I would like to recommend you to please go and check out the previously released sessions first, because they all are in proper sequence and sync. So if you follow them sequentially, then it would be much more easier for you to understand the ongoing topic, because for timing we are just mainly focusing on how to use navigate by URL method. But prior to that, you should know what is Router.navigate method, what is Router.navigate by URL method, what are the differences, and the basic concepts at least. Okay, and to refer all these content in a sequential way, you can refer the Sharmit digital course book, which is freely available for all of you in the description box, with 3000 plus resources that are completely free, not only for Angular but for other technologies as well. Okay, so you can take a reference from there. Alright, so let's start the session. Here what I'll do, I'll firstly close these files so that you can focus on one file only. Yeah, so here I have already noted down the heading that shows Angular 19 course by Sharmit. Post that I will put the second heading that will show today's topic name. So navigate by URL and hyphen navigate with query params. So this is our today's session title, navigate with query params. Okay, so you can simply save this thing and add the horizontal row here, which will separate out your headings and the actual content. Now before we move further, do you really know what is query params? Those who have referred the previous session, they know about this thing, right? But maybe someone are directly watching this session, so for them I'll just quickly recap it. So query params are the additional information that we pass with the URL. So suppose you are on a Flipkart, okay, on page number 5, and you have opted for the sorting as ascending. So these are the extra information that you are on page 5. You have sorted the data with ascending order. So these two things are additional information, and to send these additional information, we will use the process with navigate by URL, and that information is known as query params. Okay, that comes after a question mark. I'm sure like you have seen this in a website also, that question mark and then some extra information, that is called query params. So now what we will do here, we will try to explore this concept and we'll replicate the scenarios as well. Okay, so here you can see we do need some components. So we have components like about component, contact component, not found component, and services component. We do need only one component for this demo, but yeah, fine, like we have these already there, so let it be like this only. Now how we will create the component? So to create the component, you can simply write here one command, that is ng, which is for Angular, g generate c component, and the name of the component, that is about. So once you press enter on this command, it will simply create this folder for you, which is about component, with 4 files: css, HTML, spec.ts, and component.ts. Okay, perfect. So these all things are ready. I have already created, that's why I didn't hit the command, because it is already there. Then whatever is created, I will kept it as by default. Only one thing I changed here, that is the HTML file. Here by default it's like write like this, paragraph about works, but I replaced it with heading about page. That's the only change I made. Same thing I changed here also, but we are not going to use it, so let it be. Okay, fine. So component is ready, headings are ready. Now let's configure the route, because we all know that route is needed. So for that we will go to app.route.ts file. Here we will expand this array, and inside this we will define the path. So we will just simply write like this, path, and after path we will write here the path that is about only, then comma component. Here we will write about component. Perfect. So this thing is ready. That means route is ready. Now we will go to app.component.html file, not HTML file, app.component.ts file to define the other required thing like router outlet. So let's go here. We all know that without router outlet we won't be able to see the output, right? So let's go here, write router outlet. Okay, expand this curly braces. Inside this we will write here the method, right, the constructor. So just simply go here, write constructor. We will write like this, private, then a colon, not colon, here we will write router, then colon and router. Press enter. Why enter? Because with enter, if you are using editor and you press enter, so it will automatically import it here. If it is not, make sure to import here also, otherwise it won't work. And this is a constructor, so we'll use opening closing curly braces. Perfect. Now here I will create a method that will be called or executed by a button when a user click on it, and once it is clicked, it will call this method which we are going to define now. So here I will define it like this. Go to about with QP. QPs are query params, short form. Okay, fine. So here I will write this dot Router.navigateByUrl, opening closing parenthesis, inside a quote, and here you will write /about question mark. So basically here we are supposed to define the route, okay, not route, the query params, like what all query params we are going to pass from here. So that thing we are supposed to specify here. Okay, so you just need to write like this. Then page, I want to pass first thing as page, that is 2. Then ampersand, we will write here sort equal ASC, which is nothing but a ascending order. Perfect. So this is ready. Go to HTML page, not HTML, app.html. Here we will define the button. Here I will write go to about with QP. Click, go to about with QP, opening closing parenthesis, and save it. Post that we will write here router outlet and save it. So let's run the application. ng serve -- open, enter, wait for a few seconds, and then it will show you the output. Angular 19 course by Sharmit, navigate by URL, navigate with query params. Then we have horizontal row with go to about with QP. So when I click on this button, you can see it is on about page. URL is changed to about question marks with some additional information, that is our query params. So pages to sorting is ASC. Perfect. Now some of you might be thinking like how to receive this value in about. So to receive it, let's go to app. Because we are going to pass it on about component, so we will go to about component.ts file. Here we will firstly define the required parameters, or you can say the variables that we are going to receive. So you can receive it inside this. You just need to define page colon, and in page we will write here string where pipe null equal null. Likewise we will define here sort string call pipe null equal null. That's it. Okay, then we will write here a constructor. In a constructor we will simply define private which is router and activated. After router we will write here colon activated route, opening closing parenthesis, and not parenthesis, curly braces. Inside this we will write here this dot page equal this dot router dot this dot router dot, then we will write a snapshot dot query params map, then dot get, and here inside this we will write here page. Write it in the same case, otherwise it won't work. Now to save the time, let's copy paste it, make it as for sorting. So I will simply write like this sort and here also sort. Perfect. Save it. Go to HTML, define page equal, then curly braces double, here I will write page, then a BR tag for breaking the line, then we will write here sort or sorting, sort, maybe we can write sort, opening closing curly braces 2 times, and then we will write here sort. Perfect. Let's see the output. So here we can see page number is 2, sorting is ASC, that is ascending. So this is the best way to pass the query parameters with the help of Router.navigateByUrl method. So yeah, that's all for today. See you in the next session with new topics. So thank you for watching Tech Sharmit.